Welcome, Aries. Welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is a general reading for the month of September as we begin with this new cycle of energies coming out of our eclipse new moon. And so we're quite excited about that surge of energy. Aries family members, the spirit has already been invoked and the cards have been anointed. And I've already requested that the spirit gives us clarity and truth. So Aries family members, let us begin with your reading. I see where some of you have just been offered some money, and this is very, very good. Congratulations on that. We could always use a little bit more money. And some of you are sitting in the place where you are kind of reluctant, but you're going to have to make a decision. And I believe that decision has something to do with returning to school or not, Aries family members. Some of you need to return to school. Some of you need to finish your training. And some of you probably need some more information. Some of this has to do with research as well. And this research has to do with earning potential. So if you complete your studies, complete your research, there is more money that you can have, Aries family members. And another reason why you have to make a decision is because this decision has a lot to do with your future, because I see where your future is in question for some of you Aries family members. And I also see some of you have been wondering or have been pondering the next move for yourself. And the next move for yourself really has a lot to do with you networking and getting out there and socializing. Aries family members, you are very social when you want to be. And so actually, this is a great time for you, and the spirit is showing me a card indicating a need for you to come out of your shell and to begin to try new things. This is certainly a great time for new things for Aries family members. Aries, I see where you're going through a moment of confusion, and this confusion has something to do with, it may have something to do with work. It may have something to do with, it certainly has to do with work. I certainly clearly see that. But Aries family members, I do see where there's a moment of confusion, or I should say there's a space, an area of confusion during this next cycle. And we're hoping to get some mental clarity on that. Let's move forward. Aries family members, I do see a masculine energy. And actually, for some of you, Aries, this is you that I'm looking at. This is a very strong, it's a strong body. You have a very strong body. And so this is very, very good. Whereas others are being encouraged that you do need to work on your body. And Aries family members, those of you that are the female energy of Aries, I do see a masculine energy in your future. There's a masculine energy right around you right now. So some of you might be looking for romance, might be looking for a masculine energy complement, and this energy is right in your circle, right there. It's right there. If it's not there now, then it's going to come very, very soon. The spirit shows me a card, Aries family members, where this card is indicating you don't feel in control, and that's part of it. That's part of that mental gray area, that grayness or that space where there's some confusion. You don't feel in control. You feel as if things have gotten out of control, but the spirit shows me that you are going to get on top of things. This new cycle, as we enter September, is going to bring you moving to a place of getting on top of your game, so to speak. You're getting ready to do that. There's an end to a love relationship, Aries family members, and that's okay too, because this love relationship has been zapping you of your strength. And the spirit shows me a card indicating that when this relationship ends, you're going to see like a renewal of your energy. It's going to be as if a new you has been born. There's a cycle that you're just coming through. It's a cycle of structural change. It's a cycle where there's been a major change in your life. And I do believe that change has to do with this romance or this love relationship that has to end. In fact, as it ends, you're going to have to move on. And Aries family members, this is not really the time when This is not the time when you want to try and deal with a love relationship that is sour in the way of making up, in the way of trying to fix it. This is not the time for that, because what I do see is I do see a new love. There's a new love coming in. And this new love that is coming into your life, that is being ushered in by this new solar energy. This new eclipse energy is bringing a new love for you, Aries family members. And that love is that masculine energy that I saw a few seconds ago. Aries family members, for those of you that are looking for work, there is a job coming. There's a job offer that's going to be made very, very soon. Very, very soon. And it's going to be a good job, a job of peace. A job where you're going to feel as if you can master it and you're able to do it without any problems. Aries family members, I do see where some of you, particularly those of you that are the female energy of Aries, there's a need for you to get a checkup. There's a need for you to get a medical examination. If you require more information, you certainly are welcome to email me, and I'll do the best I can to give you some clarification for your energies particularly. It's also a need for Aries family members, as I said a few moments ago, about you trying something new, because it's almost as if it's like you've been stale. It's like you haven't been moving and vibing, with great energy. So you've been kind of stale, but it's getting ready to change. I do see that. And part of this energy, Aries, has to do with you getting into your spiritual self, your metaphysical self. This is a very, very good time for Aries family members to get inside now. Get inside of your spiritual domain and work on that inner being. Work on that inner being, and it will bless your life. Aries family members, this is not the time to relocate. Some of you have been questioning whether or not you would relocate at this time. This is not the time for you to move out. Some of you have been thinking about it, and it certainly could very well be a part of your future energy, perhaps when we move through the middle of the month or coming into October. But at this present time, this is not the time for you to move out. So that decision should be delayed for some of you that are looking. Aries family members, another confirmation card indicating a need for you to focus on your long-term plans and to get yourself focused once again all together on your future. That's very, very important, because this unhealthy relationship has you a little bit confused. And it's okay, because I guess it happens to everybody. I know that unhealthy relationships have happened to me and caused me to be confused. So Aries family members, I can totally relate. But the Spirit is showing me a card indicating that you will come out of this on top. You will come out of this being the master of your destiny. It certainly is that type of energy for you as we move into September. The Spirit shows me where you have taken a loss, and I did notice that in a couple of different places, and that deals with that gray time where you're not thinking clearly because you're a little bit topsy-turvy. You've taken a loss in love, in romance, and it's taken its toll on you. It's distracting you. You've also taken a loss. Some of you have taken a loss financially, and some of you feel as if you've wasted time, money, and energy. And the Spirit is showing me where that energy is going to come back to you. Your breakthrough is just about to happen, Aries family members. It's just about to happen. So what you have to do is just endure the next couple of minutes, metaphorically, of course. But what's going to happen is you're going to have that breakthrough, Aries family members. I do see that. Very good. Now, some of you are going to come to a place of conflict. And as you come to this place of conflict, I would advise, because this conflict has to do with family, this conflict has to do with relationship, and this is like coming close to the end of this cycle for this reading. And so Aries family members, you are going to be walking into some conflict, and that's probably why this relationship has to end, because this relationship is causing conflict and drama. And it's also causing you to be separated from your friends. So Aries family members, I do see that. But in addition, I also see that relationship is going to end. So that relationship, yeah, and once again, another card confirming that. Interesting, because the Spirit shows me you sitting up at night, being distressed, being worried about this relationship, and it's taken its toll. But it is ending, and it is, if it hasn't ended already, it is going to end. Aries family members, there's a masculine energy, as I mentioned. There's another masculine energy for some of you. This energy is a very intelligent, articulate. When I say professional, I mean in the sense of a suit, wearing a suit. So it could be someone who is works in an office or something like that. I do see that energy. But this is a general reading. And so Aries family members, this has been your beginning of September. And it looks like it has some really, really interesting spots in it. So those of you that heard something, or those of you that are experiencing something, and you'd like to get some spiritual clarity and some insight, please reach out to me if you'd like to book a private reading, and reach out to me through my email, and that's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. That's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. Aries family members, I look forward to hearing from you and providing you with your private reading, because I do see where some of you are. As I mentioned, you are going to walk into an area or to a time of conflict. And this conflict has to do with this relationship that does need to end. And once again, some of you do need to make that decision, and also make the decision about schooling and education. I do see that as your energy. But as I mentioned, there is a breakthrough coming for you. You're just about there, Aries family members. Okay. Reach out to me at onewhosees4you@yahoo.com, and let's get ready for your private reading for September. Thank you so much, Aries, and stay blessed.